Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, and three. Happy Christmas holiday 2024 season to all of our listeners, subscribers, and viewers out there across the globe. We're happy to have you and welcome you to the You Will Make It TV YouTube channel where we believe faith attracts possibilities. Now, the attraction of possibilities is just that, but what you do with them, how you handle them, the gratefulness you even show in that season of your life with those possibilities is what ultimately, tells the story. So, we do wish for the best for all of our subscribers. This is your hub for inspirational content, messages, quotes, and information you can use, right? We all get into a funk, jam. It's actually not uncommon in days like today due to our economy, due to other different financial binds people may find themselves in. This is your favorite audio host, Miss Arthur Sherry. We're happy that you clicked on to join us in this live segment where it is titled today, You Can Turn Your Job Gaps your job gap history into gold. If you like that, go ahead and hit that like button to show your support. You can also anytime like, share, or subscribe to our channel to show your support. Okay, I am apparently taking things off the ground that's already happening, but as I continue to build, as I continue to roll out the mat on certain plans I have here to help even further the communities around me. For example, people think that helping your community, you have to be face to face or around people all the time. I mean, that's one form of it. But the internet is like a whole nother world today. It's another way people can access right from the comforts of their home information that can help them, their children, their loved ones, their friends, okay? Help their businesses and help them in other areas of their life. So you can consider this channel another self-help channel overall, okay? Hopefully you leave with something every time you click off of one of You Will Make It TV content segments, okay? Whether it's a short, a photo, a quote, a message. Those that know me, Arthur Sherry, I do specialize in writing, publishing content and creating creative content and things like this. So that should be known by this point. We don't just do it for ourselves or projects that uh, we dream of. Like a lot of people don't even know the kids have projects upcoming. Um, it's just all about focus and organization in any household for sure, and everybody being on the same page. That doesn't mean doing the same exact things every day, just the same page. Everybody understanding their place and how significant their place is in their place and even removing their place. Sometimes removing yourself affects not just you, but the others you removed yourself from. Just understanding those things, especially when we talk about how you might be able to turn your job gap history into gold. So, what inspired this inspirational segment on tonight? I was thinking about my own life, for example. Uh, we are past the days. Let's talk about this generational of young people, maybe 80s, 90 babies who pay bills, who live in a society, who live and survive the economy. Milk is higher today. Gasoline fuel is higher today than it was when some of our mothers and fathers were raising us. This is not an excuse, ladies and gentlemen. This is real life. Okay. When we were little and in school, there was no COVID pandemic to interrupt anything. Yes, that's something you can heal from. It's history at this point, but it's still a part of history that affected a large mass of people that are still healing from that time in itself. You got people in Florida right now, for example, guys, that could benefit from this segment that survived floods this year, FLOODS, from hurricanes, a few other geographical locations, I believe, were affected by hurricanes and flooding this year as well. If you're from one of those states, please confirm some of the information I'm sharing today by openly sharing, some information you might know about or making us more aware, all of us, not just myself, all of us around aware of what it might be like to go through losing everything you have and starting over. Okay. Because I think some people think that homelessness is the only crisis that can force you into those shoes. So these are inspirational segments because overall, my goal is to humble the world around me. Not everybody's arrogant, not everybody's proud, not everybody's prudent, but even myself sometimes. Talking to me first, you know? Some doors I wouldn't have got into or even had the help if I would have went in the door with a prideful nose, head up in the air. I don't think life is a wheel of luck. Okay, you know when you spin a wheel and you're trying to win a prize, if it don't land on luck, you're not lucky. That's how some people look at life. I don't think anything is luck or coincidence. I think it's all a matter of timing and also our attitude of gratitude once these opportunities are presented. Like I started off saying, how we teach faith here. Over here at You Will Make It TV. People were looking for me to more speak on one specific religion. I'm not going to go into that tonight when it comes to my beliefs or inspiring or motivating others. I would say you don't have to be religious at all to do that. Leave your opinions in the comments section because we want this to be a safe hub. Luckily, I haven't had to make an announcement like that, like no bullying or inappropriate comments on the channel, but I'll state that for the record. I don't feel like I have to make those announcements because we'll just delete stuff like that. But for now, guys, the comment section on this channel will always be open because, you know, we're building a family here at You Will Make It TV. We can't be out here inspiring people and then people can't take each other's opinions and comments, guys, because usually that's how an argument starts, and arguments can be healthy, but nobody should be walking around here insecure due to somebody else's opinion. That's what social media is about. Everybody gets to comment their opinions, their thoughts, how they feel about it, and that's what makes social media culture what it is. Okay, but I think a lot of people mentally get stuck there. I'm not finna spend my whole day thinking about a comment a person said that I don't even know. I might speak on it. I'm saying I'm not going to speak on it all day. I'm that type of person. So let's get back on track. I was just more introducing, giving background for those that might be new to You Will Make It TV. We shout out to our 9 subscribers out there. We love you. Thank you for your support. Even you 9 subscribers, why don't you make sure you hit that like button every time you get a chance, and also share our videos. You don't have to just share them here within the YouTube community, ladies and gentlemen. You can copy the link to any one of my segments or shorts and share that also on your social media uh, content, okay? Because some of y'all on Twitter, Instagram, and as You Will Make It TV grows, once we get our Instagram channel going, stuff like that, I will be sharing the information because why not? Why not invite you guys, our subscribers, to come over there and follow us, okay? TikTok as well. Like I have a TikTok for You Will Make It TV. I haven't shared it yet because we're still building some work over there. I appreciate you guys' support in response to the AI generated story time, inspirational stories. I'm going to keep that going because sometimes a picture says more words than you can say. It's just crazy. Like just take a picture or envision a piece of art where you can show people exactly what you're trying to say. Okay. Shout out to all you artists out there. We know that there's artists in all kind of forms in the world of fashion, in the sports world. I mean, there's all kind of artists who help bring beautiful projects together when it's all said and done. So the true definition for a job gap history, when I mention that for this segment, now, I'm going to hashtag this segment employment, workforce, entry level, things like that, right? We're talking about humility and humbleness again. You could have been in the industry for 25 years. You're going to be considered a veteran, a professional, but if you leave that industry and decide to switch careers just that quick, you are now back entry level. You see what I mean? It doesn't mean you don't have experience in doing something. You know, you're an experienced mechanic, electrician, janitor. But if you choose to leave from janitor to firefighter, you're not going to be top tier firefighter your first 6 weeks. You may even have what you call a job gap for a second, a work gap in your history because you just decided, I'm done with janitorial work. I now want to be a firefighter. That's understandable, right? Okay. Let's talk about what that might look like. You got to put in a resignation notice to the janitorial company, or maybe you keep your janitorial job until you're officially hired with the fire department training. Some people do it different. Once they're through with a career or job, they walk off. There's no questions asked. They're not working until they're already on the trail, the mission towards getting that new job. Now, I know why y'all tell us to keep our jobs before we do that, because it just makes more sense. Like, at least you're making more money till you know what you're doing next. And then you have that other category of people that work more than one job. Some people work two, three, four. It's possible. Work one in the morning, work one at night, especially if they all part-time jobs. Work one on the weekend, work one just on your leisure. You get paid off commission type of deal. I would be the perfect candidate to speak on this because I have experience doing it all kind of ways. But I wouldn't say there's no wrong or right way. Uh, you know what I mean? To try to fill in job gap histories to try to prevent them as much as possible. Uh, there's no way accommodation that's going to help a household. You know, we can tell 10 households, oh, y'all do it like this. And it would be ludicrous to me to sit there and wonder why four or five of them couldn't do it exactly how you said it. If the families are not all exactly the same, coming from the same place, I mean, that's just impossible. Every family's different. But we're talking about us, though. I mentioned family because most people with jobs do have a family to support. Most people seeking jobs have a family to support. Most people who start their own businesses have a family to support. Okay, but yes, the technical to you young people out there, this segment could help. When I say young, like junior high and college students, do try to reach your career goals before you have children. But most people who work just do have families too. They have priorities, they have responsibilities for sure. How can you turn something like that job gap history into gold? Okay, so you find yourself trying to re-enter the workforce for whatever reason. There are many different reasons, ladies and gentlemen. I'm speaking on the side for the people that this is the truth about, that a person could be on a hold for a job or in between jobs. In between jobs and in between jobs because you are constantly taking the best next opportunity is two different things to me. If your last job doesn't even pay more, or ain't is you should get some type of benefit. I mean, because why else do you switch careers or switch jobs or take a job gap, take a break from a company? Then some people fall in the cracks where they just collect unemployment until they look for work. This segment might be for you too, because you're not really turning that gap into gold just sitting and receiving unemployment. You might be more respected because you get some type of income, but are you still living your dream career? No, you're not doing that collecting unemployment because unemployment means you don't have a job. But see, yes, guys, there are some people that collect checks monthly every 2 weeks. They are getting money, they're getting help, they're getting assistance from the government to make ends meet until they find their next job. I'm bringing up these scenarios because this is what I mean when I say it could be these scenarios versus turning that time into gold. If you're willing to hear what I have to say on this segment today, I've been on this journey or track record so far that's worked for me. That I don't have to be stingy about ways. I mean, I have faith too. You can apply to do a lot of things, right? But with no belief in yourself, that's going to be a problem because we know the interview process and actually interacting with other employees is a part of the workforce. Even if you work from home, you're going to end up talking to other employees. What should I call it? Coworkers. Um, I just feel like the track record I've been on, I told myself this: never, whatever it took in my life, never will I be without a job again and have nothing to show for it. The stigma for too long is that if you don't have a job, there's just nothing you can show for your life. If you don't have steady employment at a higher position, that's what I mean. But really, who told us that you can't take time off and add more certifications to your job record profile, to your job portfolio? Who said you can't take time off and make sure that when you re-enter the workforce, you're not bringing problems from at home to the workplace? Let's talk about that. If you like that one that I just mentioned, expound in the comments, hit the like button. But I do think a lot of workplaces become toxic over so long. So many people are like, I just got to go to work, but I really don't like being there. People get that attitude because of the environment. You got too many people bringing their stress. A lot of people, they won't say it, but they are at work just for the money at this time. They've already given up on career and dreams and goals. Now, you may be one of those people. We're not here to mock you today, but at You Will Make It TV, the goal is to inspire you back into being more inspiration for the world around us instead of, just being trapped in a dead end job. A dead end job is only dead to somebody that feels stuck there, okay? Dead end jobs even have purpose in them because everybody has to start somewhere. If you graduate from McDonald's after 10 years, there's still going to be another teenager who just graduated who can use that job at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? We don't think about that when we're at work. We're just securing the positions that we have. And then we don't think about, what it's like how it affects the workforce overall. If you elevate, why stop your elevation? That's like trying to stop a bird from flying, or just telling that bird you can only fly in this cage. It's weird. You're a nurse. You should even elevate. I'm sure it's something nurses can do after they earned so many honors and been in the field so long. Why not go back to school to be a doctor? A lot of people put a halt on their dreams and goals too because they're not aware that there are resources, programs, even payment plans that they can secure. You're working so hard on that job, you might as well be using the money to reshape your life. And this is what I mean, not just paying bills, because of course you have no money left over to invest in yourself if you just use it to pay bills. Even if you're putting up $10 a week, you'll be surprised the most basic website builder is only $9.99 a month just to start your own business, your own Etsy shop, your own Amazon store, things like that. That's for the entrepreneurs out there. We know as a freelancer, I think this conversation needs to be had too, because it's crazy. Like, we all work different. And as a freelancer, do we get asked enough? Like, what does it cost you guys to invest in yourself? Is it blood? Is it sweat? Is it tears? Is it extra child care? Is it transportation? Like, what does it cost you guys to work for yourself? If you ask somebody like me, creating a digital flyer when I have the skills, it's not convenient, but it's absolutely free. Sometimes things became free just because I became the free agent. I became the one who did the work in between those job history times where some kind of opportunity could be made in the future. I'm using myself for example. But what does it cost us to do that? Even to keep a job or look for a job, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you gas money to get to the interviews. It's going to cost you Wi-Fi bill money, depending on where you are in the country or in the world. You know, we understand that You Will Make It TV. That's why I've been busy. I know who I am. Where I can get connected with more resources and referrals first, that don't make sense. Why would you just go give them out? You want to make sure you're putting them in the right places in your life first to help you. It's like me finding out McDonald's give free burgers tomorrow, and I immediately tell everybody, but by the time I get there, all the burgers gone. I have had a lot of those instances in my life that had to teach me, even when you're being resourceful in between jobs, be careful with the resources. You don't want to give them out until like that. I don't know how other nonprofits that help people with resources and referrals do what they do, but this is what I've learned through this process. How do you turn those job gaps into Go, first of all, you have to lose that mentality of I'm broke or I'm jobless just because you're jobless. If you enroll in a training course, if it's 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, or if it's college where it's taking you years, you are not jobless, ma'am or sir. You are now more considered a student who's in training for a better job position. Me, myself, for example, I just finished a side training. It was for a notary training. You know what I mean? How are you considered unemployed when you keep getting certificate? Like you might be working on a tax license right now. You might be working on an EIN number for another business. When you are doing activities like that in between jobs, you are not jobless. But you will make it TV is not the government where I get to deem things what they should be, what they are, how. But these are the stigmas that surround work and finances and career and financial freedom. But I don't feel like we go deep enough when it comes to what holds people truly back. You know what I mean? Later, when we talk about my story, it really was no excuse for nobody because regardless of what I was going through, there was always a opportunity to create new opportunities for myself. It might take a little while for a job to call you back. What are you doing in that time? Are you at the fitness center? Are you doing homework, right? Are you catching up, not just catching up on bills, but catching up on priorities that could free you up for a better work schedule or better work opportunity? Those are questions to ask ourselves in between job history gaps. Thank you guys for tuning in to another segment with You Will Make It TV. We will have more inspirational segments that hopefully help others thrive. You can tune in here, stay, kind of attentive to my community board because I'll be posting more flyers on uh, not just inspirational content, but, discounts, coupon savings. I just feel like that is more aimed and targeted more than anything than to the single parents on the channel. But any information we share is open to anybody who wants to become a subscriber to You Will Make It TV. We appreciate your support, and until next time. That was supposed to be longer.